Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, YAHAWAH, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which would consist of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of the earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which would be preached throughout all four corners of the earth and rest upon the ears of the men, women, and children of Israel, which may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, Bahashem, YAHAWAH. And I just wanted to get into a real brief lesson, and Lord willing, share an article with you, Akiyam and Akwath, that I briefly touched on yesterday. All I did was read the heading. I don't think I read down into it much. I was just making the point regarding what's going on over there in Israel and our homeland, with those Palestinians invading them as of this past weekend. And the Spirit led me to go into that article that I briefly touched on, because I briefly touched on a few, and then the Spirit led me to go into it. And what I ended up doing accidentally was using the title. And the title I wanted to use for this lesson, going into how Babylon the Great is going to be drawn out, by the least of the flock, which is Amalek. So, I have corrected the title on my lesson from yesterday through the spirit and the power of Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi. But yeah, through the spirit and the power of Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, what I wanted to get into was this article. And we can see, prophecy unfolding, right before our eyes. And we're coming into a time where the chief house of Esau, which is Amalek, right? Those Amalekites, those small hats, those funny looking people with the bangs on the side of their head, okay, that claim that they're Israel, okay? And Evil E himself in the form of the regular, lower level Edomites. Right? Hey, their judgment is upon them, man. You see what's going on over there in Israel. This is gonna lead. You can imagine this is gonna lead to the Third World War, man. You see, and we can expect, for the MOTB, to come to pass, very very soon. Because we understand that prophecy has to come to pass. Before the world Third World War takes place. You see, because the Third World War, it's gonna be cataclysmic, man. You see, that's gonna declare the end of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and the beginning, okay, of Jacob, man. You see, so that's gonna be the icing on the cake, okay, and with the cherry on top. You see, World War III, man. You see, so through the spirit and power of Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, the first scripture I want to get into real quick before we grab this article was the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, and verse 20, and it reads, "Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purpose that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman and Edom," obviously the white Esau, the so-called white man, right? And then Teman are the Germans, man. Okay, the smarter Edomites. These are the ones that, built these missiles, man. Your physicists, these scientists, man. Your Abraham Esau's, your Robert Oppenheimers. You see? But here it is, the Lord's telling us to hear the counsel of the Lord, man. Which that word counsel is going into his plan. Okay? When you look it up in the blue letter. That's what you're gonna find out. His purpose or his plan, man. And let's read about it. What's the Lord's plan upon Edom and the rest of all these Edomites? Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, right? Which is who? Amalek, the chief house of Esau. Okay, the chief house of Esau is going to draw out Babylon the Great. Okay, and we're seeing that being echoed in this article I have. All right, surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. See? So they're all going to be destroyed at the end of the day, man. Why? Because this is going to lead, okay, into World War III. Let's get this article real quick. And Lord willing, this lesson is not going to be long. It can't be long. I'm short on time, but, needless to say, through the spirit and the power of YAHAWAH, Lord willing, it's edifying to you, Akiyam and Akwah. Now, this is from Zero Hedge, and it's dated October 8th, 2023, and the title reads, U.S. sends warships, aircraft carrier, to Israel for potential support operations, man. You see, so what's happening? Babylon is being drawn out. Let's get a little bit of this article. NBC's Pentagon correspondent is reporting that the U.S. military is dispatching Navy warships as well as an aircraft carrier to waters off Israeli as part of support operations, man. The U.S. military is planning to move U.S. Navy ships and U.S. military aircraft closer to Israel as a show of support, according to the U.S. officials. Familiar with the planning, NBC's Courtney Koob writes, movements could start immediately, but all the assets will not be in place for several days. Check this out. Scenes at Israel's Ben Gurion International Airport have shown long lines of frantic Israelis, as well as tourists seeking to exit the country amid fears of broader war and escalation following the major Saturday attack from Hamas and Islamic Jihad militants in Gaza. And now there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide, man. Okay, your judgment's coming upon you no matter where you go. Because where you trying to get, they're going to try to come to Babylon? It doesn't matter where you go. Okay? World War III is going to touch everybody, man. You see, some places worse than others. Likely the coming days will see an exodus of tens of thousands of tourists, as well as foreign nationals who reside in Israel. Dual Israeli nationals with places to stay abroad will also likely be seeking to get out. You see? Hey, here we go. We here, man. In the time of evil is judgment, man. You see? And your judgment's going to be a memorable one, man. As a matter of fact, let's go back to that Jeremiah. Let's continue on in that Jeremiah. Right, Jeremiah 49 and 21, and it reads, the earth is moved at the noise of their fall. At the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. You see that? The earth is moved at the noise of their fall. Why? Like scripture says, the earth is going to rock to and fro, or rail to and fro. Because of those missiles, man. See, you demons are going out with a bang, man. As a matter of fact, let's go get that. You demons are going out with a bang. The book of Isaiah chapter 24. And you came in through war, you're going to be removed out of power through war. Isaiah 24 and verse 19, it reads, the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. Right. Whose world? Esau's world, man. Okay. After Esau's world gets removed, right, YAHAWAH is going to create a new heaven, right, and a new earth. Matter of fact, let's go here real quick, and we're going to come back here. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. Same book. Let's jump to chapter 65. The book of Isaiah, chapter 65. In verse 17 it reads, for behold, which means look, hey, I create new heavens and a new earth. Right, what's that? New heavens going into a new rulership. Okay, a new government, which is going to be ruled by Israel. Okay, which is going to automatically usher in a new earth. Okay, because the earth is going to be under new management. Right, being ruled in righteousness. Right, and the former shall not be remembered. See, evil Scripture says he's going to get chased out of the world, man. He's not going to have no name in the street no more, man. That's in the book of Job. Right? And the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. See? Esau's time is going to be eradicated, man. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem. Who's Jerusalem? Israel, a so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and joy in my people. And the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. Okay, we can just shed light real quick on the idea that what's going on over there in Israel speaks volumes, okay, contrary to this precept right here in regards to them being the people. Because here it is, they're trying to leave the land. You see? And they're going through many great miseries, man. Hey, and they're going to get worse. Because when we go back to Isaiah 24, let's continue on. Let's not forget. Isaiah 24, continuing on in verse 20, right? The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. Why? Because of those missiles are going to go bang, bang, bang. Those ICBM missiles, man. They're going to be being shot to and fro. Okay, all over the globe. Primarily right here in Mystery Babylon the Great. And you know Israel is going to get touched up. Because that place has to be cleansed, man. Okay? The gay capital of the world, man, pursuant to Tel Aviv. Let's continue on. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage. And the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. And it shall come to pass, prophecy, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth, man. Okay, this is pinpointing and targeting you Amalekites, man. You elite. You international banking families, man. You're the high ones, man. You see? And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited, man. You see? So here it is. You're going to be hiding out in your bunkers, right? You're going to think you have it all figured out. You're going to climb out. You're going to climb under those bunkers like the phoenix bird coming out of the flames. It's not going to work out that way. It's not going to play out that way, man. Okay? You're going to come out of those bunkers and you're going to go right into chains, man. Okay? Right into chains. That's what's going to be the end of you demons, man. Right into chains, man. And when you go into the book of Numbers, real quick, Numbers 24, Ba'alam, right, that diviner, he's seen the the future of Amalek and Esau too, and Edom in general. Salakia. The book of Numbers, chapter 24, and verse 18, and it reads, we'll read down to the point. And Edom shall be a possession. See that? You're going to be a slave, man. Proving that you're going into chains. We're going to prove that too, Lord willing. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession. Right. Okay. You're going to be stripped of this land, man. You're going to be stripped of your power completely. Right? Be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly, man. You see that? Israel's going to do valiantly. Why? Because YAHAWAH is going to be working on our side. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city, man. Jacob's going to be cleaning house. Okay? Jacob's going to be cleaning house in the time of Jacob. This land must be cleansed, man. And it's going to take 1,000 years to do it. After those missiles start the process, man. And those chariots as well. They're going to spray those direct energy weapons all over the place. Right? Them laser beams, right? And when he looked on Amalek, here's the point. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, right? For 2 reasons. Okay? He was the first to attack us when we were coming out of Egypt. All right, you can read about that. And I believe that's in, if I'm not mistaken, that's in the next chapter. The next chapter over. Numbers 25. As a matter of fact, let me just make sure. No, that's Salaki. That's Deuteronomy 25. Forgive me. Deuteronomy 25. Yeah, I remember. It's Deuteronomy 25. Going into how Amalek attacked us when we were coming out of the land of Egypt. You see? He's considered the first of the nations because of that reason. And also, right, because he's the first of the nations to have a global dominion. You see? But guess what? Let's blow this up. But his latter end shall be that he perish forever. You see, and we're seeing that build up. We're seeing that build up. Right? But before you perish forever, you have 1,000-year captivity you must serve. Okay, what we were talking about change, right? Let's go ahead before I forget. As a matter of fact, let's close out right here. Psalms 149. You're going to perish forever. But before you do, you got to serve out captivity. The book of Psalms, chapter 149. I'm going to start at, for the sake of time, verse 5. And it reads, let the saints be joyful in glory. And that's what we're about to come into, Akiyam and Akwaf. Glory. Okay, one way or another, we're coming into glory. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds, man. Let the high praises of YAHAWAH Ba'ashem Yahushai be in their mouth, and their 2-edged sword in their hand. This is literally, man. Right? To execute vengeance upon the heathen. You see? And punishment upon the people. See, we're not going to have that rod of iron in vain. You see, that rod of iron is going to be used to exercise justice and judgment. Okay, when you go into the context of the rod of iron, when you go into the blue letter, I believe it's in the biblical usage, and referring to kings, it goes into the most rigorous rule, man. That first 1,000 years is going to be ugly for you heathen, man. Ugly. Right? To bind their kings with chains, see? And their nobles with fetters of iron. See, so the kings and nobles of the heathen are going into chains, and you're going into fetters of iron. There's no way around that. To execute upon them the judgment written. Okay? This honor have all his saints, the saints of the Israelites, man. All right, Psalms 50 alone proves that. Praise ye the Lord, man. YAHAWAH Ba'ashem Yahushai. You see, so we're looking at the end of Esau. All right, and the fact that we see Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, all right, coming to their aid at this time while they're being afflicted by Palestine, it just goes to show that the scriptures are undefeated, man. The scriptures are undefeated. You see? Babylon the Great's being drawn out, okay, to help the least of the flock. But what this is going to herald in is the end of Esau. You see? And you demons falling on your sword. All praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, YAHAWAH, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf will edify. Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawah Shai, Kal Halalium La Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawah Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Shalom.